It is Wednesday, August 26th, and we are back live. MLB Slate, NFL Futures. Gonna go through everything just like we did the past 2 days. Got a lot to get to today. Early MLB Slate, I got a couple plays for tonight. Nothing going on right now. I try to stay away from the early games just to get everything out there and make sure everyone can see all of the plays. Let's dive in to MLB first. I did want to mention this if you missed it yesterday. Patreon is up and going as of yesterday. Everything over here on Twitter basically staying the same, but just a little extra content if you want to partake in that. 3 to 4 bets per week, some data analysis with every single bet, and just a community to talk sports. If you go to this link right here, you can join for completely free. I'll probably put some plays out early over there. And then if you are so kind to do so, you can join $4.99 per month. You'll get some extra plays that won't be over on Twitter. Also, an exclusive chat option over here at the top. You can see the posts and then chats every day. So that will be all available over here on Patreon. Other than that, let's get back to the normal content over here on Twitter. MLB slate, couple games I liked tonight, but a lot I just didn't like at all. Let's dive into all of those plays. Let's make sure everything's loading here. All right, should be good now. All right, home run bet really saved us last night. We had Rafael Devers, who cashed last night. I'm going with Seiya Suzuki tonight, plus 490. He's at 22 home runs on the season. It's also a pretty good matchup tonight against Eduardo Rodriguez. It is in Arizona, but Suzuki has hit really well against left-handed pitching. 300 average against left-handed pitching. I felt like it was really good odds, and I think he's got a legit shot at going deep tonight. He's homered off him before in only 3 career at-bats. So good odds. He's homered off him before. I think it's a good play tonight in Arizona. Pitcher hit rates, got a couple solid names tonight. Luzardo, Wu, Chandler, Mackenzie Gore. So solid options here if you want to craft a little parlay up with those strikeout hit rates for later tonight. Do have moneyline plays and player props. As always, I'll dive into my moneyline plays first. If I can find them. I don't know why they keep going away. All right, here we go. Just 2 tonight. I really looked at everything tonight. Couldn't find anything that I really loved. So going with the Red Sox and the White Sox tonight. I'll start with the Red Sox. They've been on a roll. Sonny Gray has also been phenomenal. I've bet on him a ton this season. They've won 5 in a row, and they just keep winning. They find a way to win, this Red Sox team. Their offense shows up when it really matters, and they're playing the Marlins, who are not that great right now. They started off hot, but aren't scoring a lot of runs, and I'm just not confident in their pitching at all. So I will take the Red Sox on the money line, and then I'm going to parlay that with the White Sox on the money line. They've scored 11 runs last night to beat the Rangers. I think they can win and score a ton tonight again. They have the best record at home in the American League, 40 wins. They will stay at home against the Rangers tonight. And then Sean Burke, I've been riding with him a ton. 2.9 ERA over his last 7 starts with the White Sox. And then also just kind of fading Mackenzie Gore. He's struggling recently, 5.42 ERA on the road. Also, only 4 wins in 15 starts on the road. So I think this sets up really nice for the White Sox and the Red Sox tonight. So I'll take both them and put them in a little parlay right here. Red Sox, White Sox, 20 wins, 58. I think it's pretty solid odds for just 2 teams straight up. So those will be the 2 teams for tonight. And then did the same thing with player props. Went with 2 that I liked. Again, not too many games tonight that I loved, but I did find some player props that were enticing. So I'll start with Michael Harris over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He has been tearing it up lately. 11 total hits in his last 7 games. Also batting over 300 against right-handed pitching this year, and that's what he'll get tonight. Roki Sasaki has been okay for the Dodgers this year, but on the road he's been definitely worse. 4.53 ERA on the road. And Harris will bat right in the middle of this lineup. So I think it sets up nice for a couple RBIs tonight. Hopefully some hits as well for Michael Harris. And then went with another hitter as well tonight. Cody Bellinger, he's been hot too. Over the 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He's on an 8-game hit streak and another good matchup at home tonight for him. Peter Lambert for the Astros. He's seen him 9 times, has homered off him before. Also, Bellinger's hitting .320 at home. And better against right-handed pitching this year. It's a good matchup in New York for Bellinger. So I'll take Cody Bellinger, Michael Harris, and when you parlay these guys up, it gets you really, really nice odds here. Harris, Bellinger, 20 wins, 88. So really solid odds for just 2 hitters to go over their total here tonight. So I will take them both at home. Yankees are at home. Braves are at home. I will take both hitters at home. And then let's hop over to DraftKings. I'll hop over to DraftKings just to look at some other plays that I didn't go with, but I might lean towards. Wanted to totally stay away from the Guardians Angels. The pitching just scares me a little bit. Phillies Mariners is a really interesting matchup. Actually, the Patreon play does involve one of these teams, one of these players. So I was interested in this one. Should be probably a low-scoring game, but that's with Phillies Mariners. Padres, it's hard not to bet with the Padres. Let me see what the public thinks about this one. Or maybe not. I would probably lean Padres, and yeah, the public leans Padres. 58% of the bets are on Padres money line. That's probably the side I would lean if you're going to take one of those 2 teams. We're on the Red Sox tonight. I'm assuming that 88% of the bets are on Red Sox money line. So I will lean them over the Marlins, and then that will be paired up with the White Sox, who play a little later tonight. Sean Burke. They're slightly favored over the Rangers, but 67% of the bets are on White Sox money line. So leaning White Sox, I think they have the edge tonight, especially with the pitching matchup as well. And then a couple other late games I was debating. Staying away from the Dodgers Braves, although I think it could be high scoring. We do have a straight play. I took the over in Astros Yankees, if I can find that. Took over in Astros Yankees. Over 8.5 I got at minus 125. I think that's a solid number. Both starters' ERAs are north of 4.75 over their last 7 starts. A little bit of a short porch in Yankee Stadium, so I think there could be some runs scored there in New York. Alrighty, any other hit tomorrow? Probably nothing else. I'd lean Twins. Twins are kind of hot over the Athletics. Around 70% of the bets are on the Twins tonight. I would lean that way as well. Really high over under though, so maybe stay away from that one. But that pretty much does it for MLB plays tonight. I do have a couple other NFL plays that I'd like to get to, and a couple futures player props. So I will dive into all of those now. Put out a tight ends parlay. I put out a running backs futures parlay yesterday. I followed suit today with the tight ends. Three guys I really like: Bowers, Warren, and Loveland. Bowers, I'm going touchdowns. Warren, receptions. Loveland, receiving yards. I just like these guys this year. I think they could literally finish as the top three tight ends in the league potentially. But I'll start with Bowers. 7 touchdowns, so he needs 8 with this. He had 7 receiving touchdowns with only 64 receptions last year. I think they upgraded their quarterback, upgraded their offensive line. I don't see a way where he's not used heavily in the red zone. So I like Bowers to score a bunch. I'd be shocked without an injury if he doesn't get to 7 or 8 touchdowns. Just because I think he should get way more targets and receptions than 64. So that's the logic behind the Bowers play. With Tyler Warren, so Daniel Jones back healthy to start the season. When those two were on the field together, they were fantastic. They did lose Michael Pittman in the offseason and didn't really replace him either. So that's kind of where I'm at with this play. He went over 74.5 receptions last year in his rookie season. I think they try to feed him again this year. As long as he stays healthy, kind of like Bowers, I think this is a slam dunk play as well. And then Colston Loveland, this line actually moved a little bit, but I still am fine with over the 800.5 receiving yards. He started off really slow. I went over him the other day on stream. Just with his player prop. He started off really slow, 116 receiving yards in 2025 through, I think, the first 6 games. And then he ended up finishing with 713 at the end of the season. So he really picked it up. He found kind of that rhythm with Caleb Williams, and I think that will continue this upcoming season. If he stays healthy, I don't see a world where he doesn't get 800 receiving yards. They lost DJ Moore in the offseason. He should be the number 1 or 2 receiving option in that Bears offense. So 20 wins 120 as the other ones do as well. Really like these tight ends. I think this play will hit. I'm going to put out 4 futures parlays. As long as we hit one, we'll profit. So I like our chances. If we win 2 or 3, we really profit. So let's hope guys stay healthy. If you did miss, this right here over on Twitter is the running backs one. It's with Kyron Williams, Kenneth Walker, and Chase Brown. All right, let's go to some futures player props that I went over yesterday. We're almost through the NFC. I'm going to go to the NFC West today. I'll go Cardinals first. I think this is actually one of my unders. Here we go. Yeah, went with Jeremiah Love. There's a ton of speculation around Jeremiah Love. I think he could definitely have a great year, but we just saw Ashton Genty go under his total and under 900 rushing yards. So I like this under. A lot can happen in his rookie season. Also, the Cardinals projected for only 3 to 4 wins on the entire season. I don't like that at all for them. Actually, Genty just got over 900 yards, but barely, and did play a full season with the Raiders. I think the Cardinals actually could be worse than the Raiders were last year, if that's even possible. But yeah, a lot can go wrong in a full rookie season. There's already some news about potential injuries in the preseason. Obviously don't want that to happen, but that's always a possibility. So Jeremiah Love, I think, he's going to be good, I think, but they're going to need to really build up that offensive line, and I just don't think it's there right now. All right, Rams, I believe it's Kenneth Walker. Yes, he was in the parlay. Over 974.5 rushing yards. That's what I got him at. I think this is just a smash play. As long as he's healthy, he's been over 1,100 rushing yards in 3 straight seasons. I'm actually kind of surprised that this number was this low. Just because Rams' offensive line has been solid. It still should be solid this season. They should be able to control the ball, have a good defense. That matters a ton. If the defense is off the field, offense will be on the field. So 3 straight seasons, I think offensive line's good. They should run the ball a ton. I don't see this going under if Kyren Williams can stay healthy. So over 974.5 rushing yards for the Rams running back. All right, move to the 49ers. Another quarterback. We had Goff yesterday. I'm going with Brock Purdy over 37.99.5 passing yards. It comes down to, can he stay healthy? If he stays healthy, he should pass for 4,000 plus yards. I believe he was on pace for that last year. Yeah, on pace over 17 games for 4,093 passing yards, which would have crushed this 37.99 total. So on pace over 17 games, I think it's well within reach. Stays healthy, the 49ers should be elite. Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, the wide receivers over there, Evans, and who am I forgetting about? Debo just signed there. So if he can stay healthy, I think Brock Purdy should get over this mark pretty easily, pretty comfortably. And then last one in the NFC West is the Seahawks. Yeah, it's going to be JSN. I struggled with this one a little bit just because I don't necessarily love going back to him after a career high, but over 8.5 receiving touchdowns, I just had to pull the trigger. They lost Kenneth Walker in the offseason. He's gone to Kansas City. Zach Charbonnet starting the season hurt. So it really opens this offense up for a ton of passing. I think he had 10 receiving touchdowns last year with Sam Darnold. I think they might even throw more to start the season this year. So JSN, I think he gets 9+ touchdowns receiving this season. The running backs last year, Walker, Charbonnet here, they did combine for 17 total touchdowns. They do have Jadarian Price who will step in, but it's not going to be the same as Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet in that offense. So I think this is a good spot for JSN to go over. All we need is 9 receiving touchdowns. Incredible year in 2025. I think he repeats something similar to that in 2026. So those are the 4 player props for the NFC West. Obviously, if you missed any of the parlays, they are all over here on Twitter. MLB, NFL futures, and then again, if you did miss, everything about the Patreon is right here. It is literally free to hop over, and you can join for free. We'll have a chat where we talk throughout the rest of the MLB season, NFL, college football. Feel free to go over there and chat it up, whatever, sports, bets, whatever, literally whatever you want. That's kind of why I made it just open to everybody. But that should do it for MLB plays tonight, NFL futures. I'll have more futures parlays coming throughout the week, and then also continue going through the player prop futures as well. And college football's pretty much here. I'll have college football picks for this Saturday. There's going to be legit games. I think USC is playing, so college football MLB plays will continue on coming out. But I'm super, super excited for NFL and college football. So that is basically what is to come. It's all for today. I'll be back tomorrow, Thursday. More MLB plays, more NFL futures.